What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the 3D Design Deck May 2025 releases. We had a large batch of hints come out, and it was quite the list that they provided us, so I'll go ahead and just review that real quick before we get into the new releases here. So in total, there are 6 1-200s and 8 1-400 releases, and they're pretty much all prop aircraft. There's a couple Challengers in there, but there's mostly Beech 1900s and a lot of Dash 8s, of course. A CRJ 100 and then a Challenger 605. Flaps down. 2 Beech 1900s are also flaps down, so we'll get to see these new flaps down products for the first time. So right now I'm on the 3D Design Deck website. This is the 1-400 page or whatever. This is like all the free gifts that you can get. Looks pretty good, especially if you order from them directly. But let's go ahead and begin with what has been announced. And this website may act a little weird here. So to start, we have the Mesa Airlines Beechcraft 1900. Registration November 135 Yankee Victor. This is the flaps down release. About 80 Canadian dollars, so that should be somewhere around like 60 to 70 US, which is a pretty good deal for one of these things, especially with it being flaps down. There's a regular wing configuration as well, the same price, which is good. And then we have the Air Canada, Air Georgian Beechcraft 1900 in here as well. Charlie-Golf Oscar Romeo Alpha is the registration. And then moving down to row 2 here, there's our flaps down release for this same aircraft with a different registration this time, actually. And then moving on, we have an Air BC -8 300 with an Air Canada tail. There's a little Victoria stamp on there, so not sure if it's some like government aircraft or something similar. Ooh, new livery Air Canada -8 300 in here. I didn't know they had these things. Very interesting. And the price again as well, about 90 Canadian. And look at that, flaps down, NetJets Challenger 605, very cool. It is a different registration than the regular release that they did. I would pick this up, but I've already got a NetJets Challenger 605. Maybe I could get another one? I don't know. I guess I'll see if it sits around at retailers. And then we have an Air Canada CRJ 100 in the old livery. Very good to see that. US Air -8 100, there's the old livery. -8 in there as well. So hopefully they do the Navy top livery in the future. I know that's in the plans as far as I know, and they've got a lot of Beechcraft 1900s in the works. And then there's another one in here as well, a different registration. Very cool. So you get 2 different registration options. There's the U.S. Air Force -8 100, though I think it's like the E9 or something like that. I don't know exactly what it would be. And then there's a UK Home Office -8 300. So that is a government aircraft, but also a Canadian registered airframe. And then moving down, Skytrans Airlines -AQ 300 in here. Don't know much about that airline. And then a Canadian regional, Proud Wings -8 300. And then there's an RC AFCC 144 Challenger, though I think that is the last of the new releases here because they were all -8s. And then a couple of the 1-200 Mesa Beech 1900s there. So just verify. I don't think I missed anything. Okay, so it looks like we got to where we wanted to be. Very good stuff. Okay. Great release from 3D Design Deck this month. And yeah, that poster looking pretty much spot on to what I covered. Didn't miss anything. Great variety, despite there being only 3 aircraft types with the 14-ish releases that they did here. Great set of releases with these types for sure. Now, if I didn't have the NetJets Challenger already, I probably would have just settled for that flaps down one. But that'll be really cool to see. Hopefully they get the details down pretty good because we've never seen flaps down with such tiny aircraft. I think the smallest that you can get in 1-400 is like probably a 7878 or something like that. I don't think they've made something like a 767 or 757 flaps down yet. Gemini JC should definitely look into that. I think that'd be a really good idea for them. But the Beech 1900s and 1-200, those flaps down releases are going to be really cool to see as well. The Mesa Airlines, really excited about those. I know that's an airline. I've never seen that livery before, too, so that'll be some new stuff for me to cover. And the Dash 8's great variety with the airlines. Australian, there's a British one, though technically Canadian registered. couple Canadians in there, U.S. Air Force aircraft as well. Though this one is actually, it's supposed to be, I think it is, if it is listed here. I'm actually not seeing it, so I don't know what's going on there. But I think it was like an E9 or something, if I remember right, based on that list. But it is not showing up here. But either way, there's some good stuff. And there's also some new accessories as well that have come out. And they actually listed it on the free gifts page. But the stuff that they have some motor coach bus sets, some Greyhound bus sets, airport pylons, and some blast guards in there. So some good accessories to go alongside these new releases. Overall, great set from 3D Design Deck. Super excited for what they've got next, and hopefully some of the more exciting future releases they've yet to do, as they did not do the US Air Express ones yet, though I think those will come out a little later. And then those Dash 8s, of course, as an E9A widget, that Air Force Dash 8 that they released, that one was the one that they did there. So very good to see that. But yeah, loving this release for sure, and I'm excited to see what some of you may get out of this release. There's a couple of retailers in the U.S. I'll just read off of the ones that they have listed on their website if you're in the U.S., if you want to get some of them within the U.S. Yankee Victor 400 has them stocked, and I think Texan Airplane Store, they just signed on to be the next retailer for them. And then they also have AvWorld, West Coast Diecast, MV400 models, Atlantic Diecast, doesn't say where that one's from, but those other three were from Canada. They've got Mayday Hobby Shop in Mexico City, which is pretty interesting, and they've got some new ones down in the southern part of North America. So one in Mexico, Guatemala, Colombia, Costa Rica, and another city there listed as well. Another Mexican retailer coming in, two of them actually, that they will announce very soon. Loving this. Great to see 3D Design Deck making an impact still, and I'd definitely be considering that US Air Express Dash 8 for sure. I'll probably have to pick that one up because I actually kind of want one of their Dash 8s to compare alongside the Gemini one that I have. So we'll see how that turns out. With that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.